Leading the Nightline tonight, Sarawak is stepping up its digital transformation agenda by positioning SACOFA's Berhad as a key backbone for the state's internet connectivity infrastructure. Sarawak Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Jari Dunapeng says the move comes as commercial telecom providers face constraints in expanding and upgrading networks, especially in certain areas.
I have instructed them for us to improve connectivity through SACOFA. SACOFA will become the backbone for our connectivity, particularly in rural areas. And the government will work with SACOFA to improve the fiber optic. Because for DG and Maxis, they are commercial entity. They got certain constraints according to them that because the market is very small, but the cost of infrastructure is quite high. So we cannot rely on them now.
He also revealed that Sarawak is also planning its future direction towards advanced technologies, including cloud-based communications and even the development of its own satellite systems. Meanwhile, nearly 875,000 people in Sarawak are now benefiting from the second phase distribution, or SKAS, which begins today. Abang Jari said the figure includes 17,064 new recipients identified through the second phase of the Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah STR 2026 list. The Sarawak government has allocated 680 million ringgit for SKAS 2026, an increase of 50 million ringgit compared to the original allocation. Sarawak is refusing to rule out a complete blanket ban on vaping in the future as the state cracks down on the growing misuse of e-cigarettes. The Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Dato' Sri Fatimah Abdullah, says the current focus is on firm enforcement and public awareness to prepare the community for an ultimate policy shift.
Between January and May 2026, 4 minors were issued compounds under Section 13(3) for the illegal purchase of smoking products. During the same period, 253 minors were charged under Section 17(1) for smoking or vaping offences, while 3 vendors were charged under Section 13(1) for selling smoking products to minors.
Speaking at the State Legislative Assembly sitting today, Fatimah revealed a worrying surge in minors engaging in smoking and vaping offences over the first 5 months of 2026. Apart from law enforcement sweeps on consumers, intel shows that vape devices are increasingly being used as conduits for illicit drugs.
Statistics from the Narcotic Criminal Investigation Department indicate a significant increase in vape-related drug cases, rising from 4 cases in 2023 to 14 cases in 2025. Meanwhile, the first 4 months of 2026 alone, the value of seizures has exceeded 700,000.
As the threat intensifies, Fatimah assured the August House that the state is already coordinating with the Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department and the state health officials to crush the distribution of illegal drugs. Sarawak is stepping up its integrity oversight with a new digital weapon as the state ombudsman goes fully operational to fight public corruption. According to the Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department for Integrity and Ombudsman, Dr. Juwanda Jaya, a dedicated complaint mobile app is now in development, designed to allow citizens to report maladministration in real time. Speaking to reporters following a courtesy call on the Premier today, Juwanda noted the app will provide an anonymous, secure pipeline for the public, removing traditional bureaucratic barriers to reporting wrongdoing. As the app moves closer to deployment, internal training for investigative officers is already underway to handle the expected influx of public reports, ensuring greater accountability.
InsyaAllah pada sesi yang akan datang, laporan tahunan itu akan dibentangkan di Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak dan seterusnya pihak select komiti berkenaan akan menilai apakah cadangan-cadangan, teguran-teguran pihak Ombudsman dilaksanakan sepenuhnya oleh pihak kerajaan.
Touching on public feedback, Juanda revealed that 67 complaints have already been received and undergone the Ombudsman's strict screening process. While some complaints were founded on unsubstantiated allegations, others involved criminal elements and corruption, which have promptly been referred to the Royal Malaysia Police and the MACC for further action.
Sekiranya didapati berlaku maladministration pada mana-mana agensi kerajaan, berhubunglah dengan pihak Ombudsman, bawakan bukti, bawakan data, dan insyaAllah pihak Ombudsman sentiasa bersedia untuk membantu, bertemu, mendengar pandangan dan seterusnya mencari jalan bagaimana perkara berkenaan boleh diselesaikan.
Juanda ultimately urged the public not to hesitate in experiencing maladministration to come forward, stressing that solid evidence and accurate data remain the keys to an effective integrity oversight system.
Silap langkah, kita jatuh.
Bukan hanya musuh perlu ditumbang.
Aku ada tuah tau.
Aku nak make sure benda ni tak fail tau.
Ya nak fly. Kau berambus yang lebih haram. Semuanya dah set balik.
Let's finish this.
Asalkan kau bersama dengan Fly-Fax dan buat apa yang kau patut buat selama ini.
US President Donald Trump made a high-stakes visit to Beijing, surrounded by the world's powerful tech titans, as the US seeks a reciprocal trade deal with China. While the summit is backed by glitzy ceremonies and personal posturing, subsurface military tensions continue to simmer across the Taiwan Strait. The recent enforcement push from both nations shifts the competition from tariffs to AI, semiconductors, and advanced supply chains. RT correspondent Konstantin Roskov has the report.
You could say that Trump was certainly received in Beijing with plenty of ceremony, a 21-gun salute, an honor guard lined up in front of him and Xi, and children waving Chinese and American flags while chanting a welcome. That said, it was not as if Chinese protocol completely jumped out of its skin for him. The same kind of smiling children and military honor guard were also there for the president of Tajikistan, whose visit wrapped up just a day earlier. One thing, though, stood out during the ceremony. Trump kept trying to maintain physical contact, patting Xi on the back or touching him on the elbow throughout the event. Trump has long boasted that he and Xi have a great personal relationship, and in Beijing, he clearly seemed eager to show it.
On behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them, we asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf.
In 2017, Trump's China delegation was larger, 42 people. This time, it's smaller, 32 people, but much more tech-heavy. There is Tim Cook from Apple, Jim Anderson from Coherent, Jensen Huang from NVIDIA, and Elon Musk from Tesla and SpaceX. So In a way, the delegation itself shows where the U.S.-China rivalry has shifted toward AI, chips, high-tech supply chains. By the way, Pete Hegseth, the U.S. Secretary of War, and his Chinese counterpart, Defense Minister Dong Jun, were also present at the ceremony. And interestingly, there has been a lot of military activity around the summit. Taiwan has just held war games simulating how to fend off a possible Chinese amphibious assault, firing U.S.-supplied Javelin anti-tank missiles. The U.S. and the Philippines have also held major military exercises in the same region. So, yes, smiles, handshakes, and pats on the back may set the tone inside the room, but outside it, there is still plenty of saber-rattling going on.
You view China as our top geopolitical foe?
Yeah, it's both our top political challenge geopolitically, and it's also the most important relationship for us to manage. I mean, it's a big, powerful country. It's going to continue to grow, but we're going to have interests of ours that are going to be in conflict with interests of theirs. I don't think that China, it's a huge source of instability. It threatens to destabilize Asia more than any other part of the world because it's heavily reliant on the Straits for energy. So it's in their interest to resolve this. We hope to convince them to play a more active role in getting Iran to walk away from what they're doing now and trying to do now in the Persian Gulf.
Malaysia is refusing to even entertain a pardon for fugitive financier Joe Low as Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim slams the door shut on the notorious mastermind. Anwar confirms the issue simply does not arise for Malaysia, insisting legal proceedings against the runaway billionaire remain active and uncompromised.
There's no issue, we're not going to consider that.
Anwar added that he has not been notified of any pardon petitions filed by Joe Low to the Malaysian government. Anwar was responding to exclusive disclosures that the accused con artist is currently lobbying the United States government for clemency.
Government about this pardon? No, it is the U.S. decision as far as we are concerned. We are not going that route. We are not supporting that route. But of course, the United States, their own business.
Foreign media reports revealed Joe Low submitted a pardon application to U.S. President Donald Trump just weeks ago in a bid to expunge his American criminal charges. Washington accuses Low of being the central architect behind one of the largest financial frauds in global history, plundered from One Malaysia Development Berhad. Fugitive was indicted in 2018 for siphoning out $4.5 billion US dollars, or 17.7 billion ringgit, from the state fund, and he remains at large as police forces worldwide continue the manhunt. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Cheryl Tomato. Thank you for watching and have a good night.